If you think the best property deals are gone, you haven't looked at the East Midlands yet. If you're a buy-to-let investor looking for strong returns, high tenant demand and properties that actually make sense in today's market, the East Midlands might just be your goldmine. Today, I'll be breaking down why investors are rushing to places like Lincoln, Nottingham and Derby, and I'll show you some real numbers of deals that I've packaged for my clients. Hi, my name is Joe Martin, and over the past 3.5 years I've been investing in buy-to-let properties in the East Midlands. And in the past 12 months I've helped busy professionals and business owners do exactly the same using my strategy, fully hands-free. Let's talk about affordability. The number one reasons why investors love this region and places like Lincoln, Nottingham and Derby is because you'll be able to find a 2 to 3 bed terrace property in the city centre for around about £120,000 to £140,000. And if you compare that to places like the South East or London, it's way below the average price of the property. Some of the investors that I work with in London just can't believe that you can still buy a property in today's market for less than 300 grand. Lower property prices mean higher yields. When you compare the properties that we're buying to other cities that are more expensive, they're renting for the same price of around about £900 to £1,000 per month. So I regularly source properties around about 8 to 10% yield for investors. Having said that, a strong gross yield means nothing if the property sat empty, but the East Midlands have some of the strongest tenant demand in the UK. And realistically, it's very diverse. You've got ex-students, young families, professionals, key workers, and a lot of people move into the area just because it's cheaper. So let's talk about why people are choosing these areas like Lincoln, Nottingham and Derby. Nottingham, the capital of the East Midlands, has 2 massive universities that brings tens of thousands of students in every single year. Derby is the only manufacturing city in the UK from inception to delivery for trains. It's also the biggest rail cluster in Europe, and it has massive employers like Rolls-Royce, and the GBR, the new Network Rail, are actually going to move the headquarters to Derby. Lincoln has Siemens' millions of pounds of infrastructure development and also a growing university scene. This mix creates a stable, long-term rental market. One of my investors that I sourced a property for this year had a tenant lined up before the refurb was even finished. Voids are minimal, tenants rent quickly, and investors can count on a steady monthly income. The East Midlands isn't just about cash flow, it's about potential growth in the future. Nottingham city centre has a huge amount of redevelopment underway, including a £4 billion Broadmarsh development, 1,000 new homes, 2,500 new jobs and office and leisure spaces. And that's not to mention the £650 million new Island Quarter project in the Nottingham south side. Derby has multi-million-pound developments in the city centre, including the £200 million Beckettwell regeneration project. And in Lincoln, there's a £500 million project in the city centre called Charter Home, which is an ambitious project that's going to bring 3,200 new homes over the next 25 years. These projects will make the cities much more desirable and will push up the property prices and the rents. Now let's talk about connectivity. The East Midlands sits right in the centre of the UK, with road links such as the M1, the A1 and the A46, and the East Coast Main Line which connects London to Edinburgh but also passes through the East Midlands, and the East Midlands Railway which connects Lincoln to Nottingham. We also have East Midlands Airport below Nottingham. You can get to London from Lincoln, Nottingham or Derby in under 2 hours by train, and Derby to Birmingham in under 40 minutes, making it very attractive for commuters and mobile professionals. So let's have a look at one of the deals that I've closed for an investor in the Lincoln city centre. I sourced a 3-bed mid-terrace properties in the LN2 postcode for £120,000. For this deal, my client paid for the deposit, the renovation, the stamp duty, the legal fees and my fees for just under £50,000. So who is this strategy perfect for? I typically work with busy professionals and business owners who don't have time to look for deals, negotiate with agents or manage refurbs. They want the benefits of property investing, long-term wealth building and financial independence, without the headaches of sourcing, due diligence or project management. People ask me, should I wait before investing in property? But waiting is costing money. It's better to buy good deals consistently than waiting to find the best deal. Hopefully now you can see why myself and my clients are investing in the East Midlands and why you should consider doing it too. If you're a busy professional or a business owner looking to build a buy-to-let portfolio in a market that offers high returns and long-term growth, then I'd love to help. Thanks for watching today guys. If you want to watch more content like this, make sure to press like and subscribe and I'll see you next time.